Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by today for um, messages for all signs for tomorrow. 5 minutes of Reiki, and then free for all questions or card of the day, your choice. So we're going to go ahead and start with messages for tomorrow. Right now, it is March the 24th at 10:58 Mountain Time here in the United States. So we're going to do messages for March the 25th. So let's see what we have going on so far is Aries coming up. What do we have for Aries March the 25th? Aries, I feel like there's something that you're trying to say to somebody, and it feels like there's some kind of blockage with you being able to say whatever this is. We are in Mercury retrograde. It may be that there's some kind of technology blockage, there's lack of reception, some kind of outage of internet, outage of phone, something like that. But it seems like there's some kind of message that you really want to get through to somebody, and you're just having a lot of trouble doing that. Now, the other way that this can manifest also would be if you're in some type of relationship situation and you're trying to communicate with somebody in person, and there's no opening or opportunity to do that. Maybe there's too many other people around that don't need to hear whatever this message is that you want to say to that person, or maybe there's too much going on that needs to be done. But something is going on that is keeping you from. Well, I don't want to say it's keeping you from, but it's really frustrating you in getting this message across. I feel like ultimately you're able to say what you need to say, and I feel like there's a lot of relief with being able to get that out and off your chest. But it's going to be a little bit of a challenge on the 25th for you, Aries. Taurus, let's take a peek at you guys. So, Taurus on the 25th. Taurus, what I'm hearing when I check into you guys is happiness go lightly, which is kind of an odd combination of information. I feel like you are going to be pretty happy, Taurus, but you may be around somebody who you feel like you can't really let your open happiness show through without some kind of problem for them. Maybe they are in the middle of grieving for somebody that they've lost, or maybe they've had some bad news. And so it feels really awkward for you to actually show your happiness around that person, Taurus. What I will tell you, as somebody who has grieved someone very close to me, um, is that sometimes somebody around you being happy really helps to lift the person who's grieving spirits, if that happens to be you. You know, even if it's not grief about a loss of a person, if they're upset about something else, sometimes happiness just really helps. It is infectious, and nobody really wants to be unhappy. Not that I've ever met, anyway. Tiffany James, happy Saturday. Glad to see you, my dear. Gemini, let's look at you guys for the 25th. What's going on with y'all? I actually have to look up a word. Spirit gave me a word that I really don't know the definition. I've heard it before. You just never know what Spirit is going to tell you. Okay, Geminis. Anna Lopez, hello, hello, welcome. Glad to see you in the room, honey. Okay, so Geminis, what I actually heard for you is the road to perdition. And I don't know, maybe I'm the only person in the world that doesn't know what perdition means, but It's a noun. It's in Christian theology, a state of eternal punishment and damnation into which a sinful and unpenitent person passes after death. That sounds pretty dramatic and terrible. Uh, and so when I go in to look at, okay, how does this actually feel? Like, is this really what we're talking about here? No, this is a much lower level version of perdition. But Geminis, I feel like you may be on the 25th uh, talked into, sucked into, tricked into doing something that you really don't want to do, or spending time with somebody you really don't want to spend time with. You know, this can be something that you just really dislike so much. It's almost like being in, in a state of punishment here on earth. So be aware, don't agree to anything unless you've really thought it through and realized the consequences of the agreement on the 25th, Geminis, because you don't want to put yourself on the road to perdition by your own um, words and agreements. All right, so that's Gemini. There's Avni. Hello, hello. I'm fantastic, my dear. How are you? Okay, Cancer. Let's look at you guys for the 25th of March. So Cancer is what I'm hearing for you guys is love comes slowly. I'm actually getting this in two ways. So it's interesting. Which way should I start with? I feel like for some of you Cancers, you may be interacting with a child or possibly an adult who just acts childish. But for most of you, I think this is going to be literally a child. And for those of you who are interacting with a child, I think that the child may be kind of going through some things having to do with you or with your place in their lives. And so they're struggling a little bit with whatever your place is in their lives. And so when I hear love comes slowly, it's like this is a tenuous relationship. It's something that is very delicate that you're working with, and they're just not really sure where you stand with them and where they stand with you. Okay. The other way that this love comes slowly comes in for you Cancers is for others of you, and maybe you've got this both ways. Some of you will have it both ways, but for others of you, it's a completely different situation. It's a situation where um, your love for somebody else is growing slowly, and it's growing so slowly that I think that you might realize that it's growing on the 25th, and you might be kind of surprised because it's not something that you were expecting to have happen at all. Okay, so there we go. That's Cancer. La da 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 da. Mine is not lazy, Avneet. I'm busy, busy, which is a good thing. I'm glad you're having a partly lazy one. Leo. Let's look at you guys. Leo for the 25th of March. Leo on the 25th, I'm seeing you guys sort of riding around on is that the Ferris wheel that goes up and down, up and down, up and down? I feel like your day is going to be full of ups and downs. I also feel like, besides the fact that the day is full of ups and downs, I think that a lot of your ups may have to do with you getting the bigger picture. Are you getting a new insight on different situations in your life? I think it's going to be a very interesting day as far as your perspective around different things. I think you're actually going to have perspective shifts on multiple things on the 25th. And so that's going to be kind of interesting, Leo. It's like you figure one part of your life out, or at least one fraction of a part of your life out. You get this new information or new perspective that helps you understand. And then you go on to thinking about something else. And as you're thinking about that something else, you have this new perception come in on that as well. So it's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be a day of growth and of understanding for you, Leos. I haven't really ever had a day like that. And I'm excited for you guys because I think it should be fun and intriguing and like maybe overwhelming. You may want to journal some of this stuff that some of these insights that you're getting. La da 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 and da 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 da. I don't know if I'll laze on Tuesday either. Virgo. Let's see about you guys. Virgo for the 25th. Virgos, you guys have a very peaceful feeling to me right now. I think that you are either taking some time to meditate and focus, or else you're just in a very peaceful point in your life on the 25th. Maybe you're just chillaxing on the couch or whatever. But I also feel like even during this peaceful time, you are thinking about some of the things that you would like to have manifest in your life, some of the things that would make things better for you. And I feel like you're just putting those thoughts out to the universe and letting them go gather the components that you need for that to actually happen. So you're doing some, I guess, maybe what other people would call wishful thinking. To me, I see this as like the beginning of manifestation process. So you're beginning to send out requests to the universe, basically, about things that you would like on the 25th Virgo. Lorraine Southwick, good morning, good morning. Right? Well, I'm glad you're here. You're going to a sound healing with your Virgo friend and her daughter. Oh, wow. That's perfect. If you guys set intentions there, that's just like would totally line up with. Pretty bad when the psychic says, wow. You can't? You used to be able to. They started this new thing, I guess maybe about a week ago, where you just go straight into your camera and record instead of the way I was doing it. And it seems to work really well on this end, except I don't really have control of my screen, like how big the shot is. But maybe that's why you can't scroll back right now. I'm starting to think maybe I need to go back to the old way. Not sure about that. Yeah. And then also the other thing is that the chat was, they had started to let the chat remain so people could see the chat come up when they watch a video later afterwards. But I don't think that happens with this new way of doing things either. So you will definitely be setting intentions. That's a perfect fit. Perfect fit. Okay, let's look at Libra for the 25th. Let me get a sip of a drink here. Libra, I've got a lot of self-reflecting going on when it comes to you on the 25th. I think that you're looking inside yourself. Pretty heavy duty, actually. It feels like there may be some kind of external circumstance that makes you want to do this. So maybe something happens that makes you feel a little insecure or a little triggered. And you're actually looking at, well, the logical part of me knows that this really isn't a big deal. And yet the emotional part of me is feeling really bothered. And I think you're trying to figure that out and sort of untangle that, Libras. You'll be listening for the Sag for your son. Gotcha. That's coming up soon. Let's look at Scorpio right now for the 25th of March. Scorpios, I feel like you're going to be feeling pretty protective of someone else on the 25th. I don't have a sense of us being protective of ourselves or putting up walls or things like that. But I do feel like there's going to be somebody in our lives that we're just going to kind of want to take under our wing and just go, don't you mess with this person. This person has gone through enough. Back off. That type of thing. So there's somebody that we're going to be feeling very protective of. And I do think that not only are we going to be feeling protective of them, we are going to be doing whatever it is that we can do in our own capacity in that person's life to actually shelter them or shield them a little bit. Okay. So that's for Scorpios. Sagittarius is up next. Sagittarius. La di di da 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 for March 25th. Sagittarius, it looks like you have a busy schedule to me on March 25th. It looks like you're interacting with several different people during the day, but pretty much for short times, and especially in the morning. I think once you get into the later afternoon and evening, then things kind of quiet down and calm down for you. And I think that in the evening, you're going to be spending some quiet time just one-on-one with somebody, or you're going to be spending some quiet time by yourself. Maybe you're just going to decompress and, sit on the couch and watch a movie or something like that, Sagittarius, for the 25th. Those of you who are here, if you have not already, please kindly share. That way, the more people are here whenever I do Reiki, if anybody has questions. Right now, we've only got 6 in the room, so I guess Saturday, everybody's out running around, huh? Capricorn. Let's take a peek at you guys for the 25th of March. Capricorn, why am I hearing colonize for you guys? Are you guys trying to take over some territory somewhere? Are you like scouting out a picnic area and you're making sure that you've put plenty of good markings so nobody takes it away? Capricorns, colonize, colonize, colonize. I do feel like you guys are in some way trying to take over an area or a situation. Maybe you're like trying to outnumber the opposition with other people who think more like you do. This could be like an example of this, Capricorn. Say that you're meeting with a friend that you don't really agree with them so much on, I don't know, politics or theology or the best motorcycle motor, I don't know. And you know that if it's just the two of you, you guys are going to go round and round. And so maybe you're bringing along some other people who agree with you on whatever, so that, whenever the topic comes up, because it seems inevitable, you're overwhelming this other person with people who think the same as you. So you don't have to really fight so hard with that. And you can just let things move on and go. So Capricorn, trying to colonize. I won't even say you guys are trying to let things move on and go. You're trying to win. You're trying to be in the majority here. I don't think I've ever had a message like that before. Colonize Mars. Aquarians. Let's look at you guys for March the 25th. Aquarians. I feel like there's this total sigh of relief coming out of the collective version of Aquarians for the 25th. So it may be that something that you've been striving for has finally happened. And on the 25th, you just wake up and you're like, oh, I can be at peace now. I know yesterday what I said for today for Aquarians had to do with the home. So maybe there's something going on with the home that you have completed and you just wake up going, oh, that's over, that's done with. Doesn't have to be tied to the message from the day before, but it does seem like there's something that you've accomplished that just gives you this sense of relief and peacefulness, Aquarians. I thought you had neighbors that helped you saw up wood, or friends or something. What's going on there, Lorraine? Pisces, 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 Pisces for the 25th. What do I have coming up for you guys? Pisces, your intuition is giving you a nice solid hit. Excuse me, on the 25th. And that nice solid hit is telling you that somebody is being a rat fink. Not sure where rat fink came from. I haven't said that word in decades, probably. I was going to say rat. Anyway, somebody's being a rat fink around you, Pisces, and your intuition is letting you know. So pay attention to that intuition. It's good to be a water sign. It's good to have intuition. It's good to have intuition, whatever sign you are. But anyway, pay attention to your intuition, Pisces. Don't get sucked into any kind of agreements or activities with somebody who is not really being on the up and up. If you don't feel good about it, don't do it. You use an electric chainsaw. A 66-year-old weighing in at 131 pounds, and you're chopping wood with a chainsaw. Man, that's like a kid chopping wood, 131 pounds. All I can tell you is if you were my grandma, I would not let you do that. Of course, I don't think you could be my grandma. You're not old enough. If you were my mom, I wouldn't let you do that. All right, let's see. I would be finding somebody to do that for you. Anyway, Reiki. Let's do some Reiki. Fatima Layla, hello, welcome. Glad to see you in the room. How are you? Okay, so we're going to do 5 minutes of Reiki, and we're going to set the intention for whatever is for each one of you's highest and best interest as an individual. If you have something specific you would like the Reiki to focus on, feel free to adjust that intention. Those of you who are watching this after the video, please know that all you have to do is set the intention to receive the Reiki, and you will get just as much benefit from it as those of you who are here right now. So let me go ahead and get this rolling. You kind of like it? Well, I guess you can't stop it when somebody's happy with something, right? Yep, you got here just in time for Reiki. It's 21 after the hour, so we'll stop at 26 after the hour. Gemma Croft Baker, hello. We just started Reiki, honey bunny. Using this for your lumbar region. I know what you mean. Got a lot of energy actually going to that region right now, Lorraine. To the lumbar region. We've got a lot going into the base chakra, a lot in the sacral chakra, a lot in the feet, knees, legs. We've got crown chakra, throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus, People are hitting it all over. You guys are drawing it from all over. I think so too. I think you got to stretch it out when your back acts up. You know, don't do crazy exercises with it, but at least do something with it. Otherwise, you'll get stuck in that position. Willie Dog's mama, hey, hey, you're in time for Reiki. We've got about 3 more minutes left. Awesomeness is right. Tiffany James, hello, hello. Weren't you here already? Oh, you're saying hello to Willie Dog's mama. I'm like, what happened? Did she leave and come back? Thank you, Lorraine. Two more minutes of Reiki. For those of you who would like to schedule a live reading or a recorded reading with me, or a actual Reiki session, formal Reiki session with me, all you have to do is check out my website, find the contact information there, and get a hold of me. My website's www.amista.info. Also, if you're in the local area, I do clear houses as long as you're within a 2-hour driving distance of Golden, Colorado. And I also do psychic parties and events as well. You're quite welcome in Different Skies. Sorry to hear you're having one of those days. We have 1 minute left of Reiki. You know what, guys? I think what we're going to do, I'm going to do, because you guys were saying yesterday, a 5-pack at half price is too much for y'all. I think I'm going to make available for the rest of today. If you contact me today, you guys can get one Reiki session at half price. So they're normally $93. So we're looking at $46.50 for one Reiki session, if you guys are interested. And that's for those of you who have already had your free session. Those of you who have not had Reiki with me before, I do offer the first session at no charge. So all you have to do is contact me to schedule that too. Yasmin Smith, hello, hello, welcome. Glad to see you in the room. How are you? Because I'm fantastic. All right, so that's 5 minutes of Reiki. Those of you who want a Reiki session at half price, get a hold of me today. You can find contact information on my website, www.amista.info, amista.info. All right, so yeah, let's do CODs on questions of the day. Willie Dog's mama wants a COD. We're going to start with Lenormand and Willie Dog's mama. So here we go. Lorraine, I'm hearing no on tomorrow. I think that there will be like a tentative plan, maybe even more than a tentative plan, but it's just not going to happen. Willie Dog's mama needs a COD. We're starting with the house card, and you're quite welcome so much. Ooh, I love it. We've got the dog. The dog indicates a loyal friend. Aw, and the man. This is so sweet. Willie Dog's mama, this just means that there's a man who is a loyal friend to you. He's a loyal person. How cool is that? Okay, Anna Lopez would like a COD. Or a not so lovely one is fine. That is super cool. You're quite welcome. Okay, Anna Lopez. Oh, this is nice. You get the 9 of Swords in reverse. This just tells me that there was something that was really stressing you out big time. And either you have done some healing around the situation so it's not stressing you anymore, or the situation itself has changed, either within the past 24 hours or within the next 24 hours. Anna, I hope that makes sense to you. COD for Gemma Croft Baker. Gemma Croft Baker. Oh, you got a good one too. 8 of Swords in reverse. There's something that's been tripping you up and making you feel like you didn't know how to move forward. And you've been released from that, or you will be within the next 24 hours if you haven't already. You're getting a new perspective on the situation, and you're starting to understand that there's really nothing holding you back there after all. I hope that makes sense for you. You found 2 pennies on heads today. That's awesome. I take, anytime I find coins, I just take it as a sign that the universe knows how to provide for me. So it's always good, whether they're on heads or tails. Okay, Lorraine. See you next time, honey. Okay, so let's see. How are we doing right now? This is going to be Fatima Layla. Needs a COD. Quite welcome, Gemma. Fatima Layla. Here's what you have. You have the Archer, my dear. This is really a good card. It shows you being totally focused on a goal or a target. And also the dogs in the back talk about spiritual help, that you've called on Spirit to help you with a goal. This card basically says Spirit is hearing you and is working for you. Okay. Yeah, that's really a great one. Let's see. Avneet. Says Diva. You guys are a little bit ahead of me on the conversation now, so bear with me if I'm a little bit behind. Avneet needs a COD. Why do I feel like I need to cut the deck for you? Odd. That's oddness. Okay, COD for Avneet. You may be compartmentalizing some stuff right now, Avneet. You want to be aware of that. Also, we've got the 9 of Cups showing up in reverse. This is telling me that there's something that you have been kind of hoping for or looking forward to, that you're basically within the past 24 hours or the next 24 hours, you're going to say, yeah, I'm going to quit hoping for or looking forward to that. I'm going to change my perspective there. That's what I see for you, Ms. Avneet. Indifferent Sky would like to have a lovely COD or a not so lovely one. We're going to do Lenormand for you, Indifferent Sky. Indifferent Sky. Let's see here. Ooh, you got a house card of the cranes. The storks, I should say. Yeah, let's see what you have as your cover. Ooh, a book. Okay, so Indifferent Sky. Let me feel around about this because this could be a couple of things. I think you're keeping a secret, and the stakes on the secret that you're keeping are getting higher or have gotten higher. So it's more important for you to keep this secret than it was before, sometime within the past 24 hours or the next 24 hours, Indifferent Sky. I'm going to answer one more question here, and then I'm going to be done with questions or CODs because that was the alarm. Tiffany James wants to know, should I pursue a friendship with Natalie? Is it a good idea for Tiffany to pursue a friendship with Natalie? La da dee da 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 da. Oh, I wouldn't say it's such a hot idea. There is like she come. Okay, so we've got somebody coming up as the Queen of Clubs. Like this seems like it could be a good business idea or a good creative idea. However, Queen of Swords in reverse. This could be somebody that is like coming out of a hard time and starting to see the light of day. But we've got that followed by the Empress, which is a lot of frustration in bringing anything good into the situation. Page of Clubs, this really talks about being disheartened about the whole situation. And then we end with the Nine of Swords, which is major, intense stress, like more stress than the body's designed to handle. So, I mean, it starts out kind of good, pretty good, kind of good, down the tubes, and emotionally affecting you, and more severely emotionally affecting you. I would say, no, 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 no. That would be my advice on those cards. I wouldn't if I had those cards. Okay. All right. So that's the last question. Let me just check on feedback from you guys. Yasmin Smith. Scorpios can go one of two ways, like not reading it because I'm not reading anymore. But being a Scorpio, I can tell you, she will either be like jealous of you depending on how the husband, baby's daddy is acting about you. Like if he's giving you a lot of attention and like a disproportionate amount of attention for being an ex, then she's going to be like, this lady could try to get into my territory that's not her territory anymore, but it used to be her territory. Or, if this guy is acting like he's definitely, done with you and his relationship, then she's going to be way cool with you. It just depends on that, really. As long as you don't do something that really offends her, she'll probably be really cool and civil and just fine. In fact, you guys might even be friends. I actually became friends with my first husband's ex while we were still married. Really good friends, actually. So really, it all depends on how your soon-to-be ex is acting. Anna, you're welcome. Hi there, Melissa Reeve. No worries, Ev. Neat. See you later. You're quite welcome, Indifferent Sky. No worries, Romy. Although, I'm really just wrapping up now. So sorry. You're studying esoteric knowledge. Oh, it could be very literal then. Yeah. The Lenormands tend to be very literal. Yeah, she might be in a pretty bad place, actually. You're quite welcome, Tiffany James. Right? What you don't know can hurt. That's true. You just want them to be happy. Very cool, Yasmin. Yep. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys so much, all of you, for being here, for keeping me fresh on my toes. Don't forget, one session of Reiki at half price through today. So you don't have to actually pay for it today, but we do need to get it scheduled today and on the books today. That way I can have it in my notes that you're getting the half price discount. Um, yeah, so just get a hold of me. You guys can call me, Skype me, or text me. Either one is all good. You can email me. Sometimes my emails get lost, though, so that's why I really recommend calling, Skyping, or texting. That just works better. A lot of you guys already have my contact information, but for those of you who don't, you can find that at www.amista.info. INFO. All right, I think that wraps it up for today. Everyone have a fantastic, wonderful day. Peace out.